Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's October 30th, 2022, and today I've got some postcards to write. I've got 6 officials that I can send out, so I've printed off the addresses for those, and I'm going to show you the cards that I've picked out. I've also got some friend swaps in order to respond to, so I'm going to show you some of those as well. And some postcards were sent to me, so I'm going to show you what was sent from Wendy. So let's get started right away with the official ones. First one is going to Germany, and says he lives on close to the German-Polish border. He's a collector of historical postcards from his hometown. He often receives blank ones that he doesn't need, so he sends those out with postcrossing. In his free time, he likes to go geocaching. I'm sensing a theme with a lot of postcrossers. A lot of postcrossers seem to be into geocaching as well. Are you guys into geocaching? I've tried it a couple times, not very good at it, but I do enjoy going for hikes and walks in the woods. So if things show up there, it's really cool to find those little knickknacks that have been left behind. Also likes to read a lot. It's into science fiction, fantasy. Would like to receive postcards with images of your town hall or your hometown, especially historical views. All right, well, this isn't my town hall, but this is Province House. This is a historical view of it. This is in Prince Edward Island. This is also kind of the birthplace where all the founding fathers of Canada made Canada a country way back when. So I really like this historical view of Province House. It's a governmental building. It's got history for them, so hopefully it fits the bill. All right, my next one is going off to New Jersey in the United States. Doesn't say a lot. He just says now that he's retired, he has more time to enjoy writing, reading, movies, writing again, he puts in, so really must like writing, and gardening. When time allows, he likes to draw and create his own postcards. He even has extra time to spoil his cat. So where he didn't really give any idea what sort of things he wanted other than he enjoys writing and reading and creative things, I went with something local again. So the Bay of Fundy, explanation of it. Anytime I get a chance to promote New Brunswick or Atlantic Canada or Canada in general, that's what I'm going to do. So this is a postcard that will do that. I don't know if you guys find that too, that when you're looking for your postcard for the right person, sometimes you kind of lean towards what's local because you want to promote people seeing local. I think I find that I have a tendency to do that, and I really have to break out of that mentality. So I'm going to do a little bit better, hopefully, of spreading it around. If you've been someone I've swapped with lots of times, then yeah, you're getting cards of all sorts of different things, not just Canadian content cards. All right, moving along. The next one's going to Germany. Her name is Sabine, and she's married. She's a mom to Simon, who's 20, and Philip, who's 15. His family lives close to the Swiss border, so unlike the last person who lived close to the German border, this one's on the other side. She works for the Deutsche Post, so she's a mail carrier, or she works for the post office anyways, delivering post-crossing cards. So I think that's cool, where I'm a mail carrier and she's a mail carrier. So I'll definitely have to write something about that on her postcard. Things that she likes to receive typical tourist cards, postcards from your area, landscapes, city views, and also some other cards in no particular order, just wishes, no demands, things she likes, anything from her favorites: lighthouses, beaches, George Clooney, Clive Owen, Bradley Cooper, Benedict Cumberbatch, anything related to Disney, especially Donald Duck and Mickey, recently discovered blue cats, likes those, One Republic, Doctor Who, Breaking Bad, How I Met Your Mother, map cards. Yeah, it goes on and on. So she has lots of different things. What stuck out this time for me, even though I had a lot of those categories, it was Doctor Who. If you were a Doctor Who fan, we just had Jodie Whittaker do her regeneration, and there's a spoiler there, so I won't tell you about it, but she is no longer the Doctor, and there is a new 14th Doctor that has come out. So this card depicts a regeneration, so I figured maybe it was appropriate. If she's into that sort of stuff, then she would appreciate a card like that. So there's a Doctor Who card going out. So not a lighthouse, not something local, but something more specific to what she wanted. Okay, my next card is going to the Ukraine. I'm glad I'm getting all these different countries this time around. So she says her name's Anna. She lives in the Ukraine. She has a daughter who's 25. She likes to read books, listen to music, dance, look at films. Really likes to get cards that are animals, cats, dogs, horses, birds, nature, humor, sights of your city or your country, and very much wait for the card. So I went with this one. This is a bird. This is an osprey landing in this nest. This was taken in Bayfield, New Brunswick, and I got this at the Cape Germain nature site. So it's got a little bit of New Brunswick, but it's got birds, it's got nature for her, and hopefully she enjoys it. Always thinking of you in the Ukraine, so take care of yourself if you ever get a chance to watch this video. All right. The next one is going to the Netherlands, and she lives in the Netherlands. She loves reading, photography, traveling, meeting new people. Cards that she enjoys are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, beautiful illustrations by the local artists from our country, 1000 Shen postcards, lantern press cards, everything related to the sea and the beach, national parks, and Easter cards or Christmas cards when it's that time of the year. And grateful for Europa stamps on your postcards. Well, I don't have any of those, unfortunately. And then she talks about a few things that she doesn't like to get cards of, so I've managed to stay away from that. I've gone with our local postcrosser artist here. I've featured her before, so this is the Grand Vague, which is the title board that comes through Moncton. This is certainly not what it looks like in its grand form, but there you got the city of Moncton in the background. It's a local artist, a postcrosser. So Aubrey does those, and I like to promote her cards anytime I get a chance to do so. Audrey Favre. Just trying to put paper back on this here. It's giving me problems. All right. My next card is going to Finland. This is the last official one I have going out. He says he's 64 years old, married, has 3 daughters that are all grown up now and left the house, loves all kinds of postcards, loves stamps because he's a stamp collector, has been collecting stamps since he was little, and interested in anything about you or what you do. Tell me about your family, friends, write what you want. Cards that he likes are scenery, lighthouses, statues, horses, castles, mountains, animals, fauna from your area. So we're going with a lighthouse. This is Cape Germain Lighthouse here in New Brunswick. So there's kind of a theme with it. So I'm glad that he picked lighthouses, and hopefully he will enjoy it. I do apologize. There is water now running. My son has gotten up, so I was trying to get the videos. I try to get the videos out before anybody does that, but I've had a lot of cards and things to pick this morning, so it is what it is. Life goes on around us, right? Okay, so this is another Audrey Favre illustration card. This is the Hopewell Rocks. This is going to go out to somebody. These are now swaps or friend exchanges. Here we have Centennial Park. This is the major park here in the middle of the city here in Moncton, and we've got this is all things at the entryway: the train, the plane, the anchor, and the tank. And then as you get in, this is where the RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, have their horses. So they used to have horse rides. When I was younger, they used to keep horses in there, and they used to do sleigh rides through the park. They don't do that anymore, but it was a fun memory. Here we've got a book, Pelican Books, Sailing. So for someone who may enjoy the water. This one recently came in, is going right back out again. So Debbie gave me these cards of Scotland, and I thought this might be appropriate to send back out to the person I'm sending it to. So we have a topographical map of Scotland. It might be hard to see, but it definitely shows where the hills are higher there. Canada, hockey's game. Hockey's our game, I guess is what it says. So we've got some kids getting ready to play hockey. It's not quite that outside now. There's no snow. It's not cold enough for that. But a season like this is coming soon. So I'm sure people will be out playing hockey. Yeah, I thought it was just a fun card to send away. Here we've got St. George, the Falls and Fish Ladders in Charlotte County. A little bit of nature, a little bit of construction. You can see going through there, man-made walls and things. I don't know if you've ever seen a fish ladder where fish are swimming back upstream trying to spawn, but that's what we got there. And then this one here, another card that just recently came into me, is heading right back out again. This is the Rockies, Banff National Park in Banff, Alberta. This card was found when I was cleaning out my parents' house when we were moving them to the next place. They had a trip to Barbados once, and this is one of those cards that I was thinking, you know, when you send a lot of local stuff, you just got to be the right person to send cards that aren't from your area, even though if they're trading with you in Canada, they expect to get Canadian cards back. If you're trading with someone for a long time, it's not always that case. They just have themes that they like to see and do, and so I figured this one might be a nice one. As we're getting into winter theme, to be thinking of someplace nice and warm, and this is actually a pirate ship, so it's a pirate cruise called the Jolly Roger on the pirate cruise. So I'm sending that one out. This beautiful card actually came from Yulia. It's a set from Russia, from a Russian palace, and I thought the person that I was sending it to might really appreciate this beautiful card, the images on it, and like the old CCCP on the back, so you can see it was a while ago. Here we have a beautiful summer view of the capital of New Brunswick, Fredericton. One of the nice walks. Right now the leaves will all be on the ground, but at the time, and the green grass and everything is all beautiful summertime. And the final one I've got going out is one of my That Dad Guy cards. So that's my adventure ahead of me. I've got to write all that stuff up and send them out. The last thing I wanted to show you was this envelope that showed up from Wendy, and she found some more cards. So I wanted to show you them today, not put it in a separate video. Just kind of link it with the other cards that I'm sending out, because you never know, some of these cards might mysteriously go out as well. So we have this one in Nova Scotia. This is the Halifax Pier. Some nice ships there. We have Peggy's Cove Lighthouse in Nova Scotia. We have this Nova Scotia card, another foggy picture of Peggy's Cove. We have two of those. We have another Cabot Trail picture. This is in Cape Breton in Nova Scotia. Someone just recently got this same card from me, so I'm glad to have another one back in my collection to be able to send out. Here we have the Cape Chenectado Provincial Park in Nova Scotia. That is pretty close to where I am in New Brunswick. So this is the Nova Scotia map here. This is the park here, and this would be New Brunswick right up above where I am. And then the final one I have here is an artist card, an exhibition that was going on. So this is one of the cards that was given out as a result of the exhibition. So thank you, Wendy, for those cards. I'm going to put them right now in the drawer so they can be used. And we've got one of these new great stamps on there, never been canceled, so that's kind of nice to have that as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for tuning in and watching again. Thank you for those of you yesterday who tuned in and watched the That Dad Guy Answers. Make sure you go and leave your questions so I've got them for next week. That's my running thing that keeps going in. And try to make sure that those questions get in by Friday. Sometimes people put their questions in Saturday morning and I've already shot the video by then. So they either have to get pushed to the next week or they get missed. So I don't want anybody's questions to get missed. So make sure you leave your questions before Friday and they'll make next week's video. Tomorrow's Halloween, so I may have a Halloween video for you. So stay tuned for that. Have a magical week. What, follow? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.